Hey folks, welcome back to Coding Content. Today, we're diving into the magical world of variables. Yes, variables, the misunderstood creatures of the coding universe. But fear not, we're here to demystify them and show you they're really just like boxes with labels. Grab your favorite beverage and let's get started. Alright, so picture this. You're moving into a new apartment and you've got a mountain of stuff to organize. Imagine having a box for each type of item. Books, dishes, your collection of weird socks. Now imagine if you didn't label those boxes. Chaos, right? Well, my friends, that's what variables are for in programming. They're your labeled boxes, keeping your data organized and ready for action. Let's break it down. A variable is like a container that holds a value. Need to store your age in a program? Boom. You create a variable. Want to keep track of how many game lives you have left before you embarrassingly lose again? Bam. Another variable. Variables are your trusty sidekicks, always there to hold your stuff and make you look cool. Well, as cool as you can look while coding on a Friday night. Here's the thing. Variables aren't just for numbers. They can store text, like your favorite movie quote. They can even hold more complex data, like your entire music playlist. Think of them as expandable storage units that can adapt to whatever you need. Kind of like a Swiss Army knife, but less likely to cut your fingers. Now, I know what you're thinking. But wait, do I need to be a math genius to use variables? Absolutely not. If you can handle storing your leftover pizza in the fridge, you can handle variables. Programming languages have made it super easy. You just declare a variable and assign it a value. It's like saying, hey box, you're going to hold my lucky socks from now on. Simple, right? Let's talk about naming these bad boys. Just like you wouldn't name your box of socks Mystery Box 42. Unless you're into that kind of thing, it's important to give your variables meaningful names. Naming them X or Y might work for a quick math problem, but when you're knee-deep in code, you'll wish you'd named them something more descriptive. Trust me on this one. Future, you will thank you. So, why do variables matter? Well, they're the backbone of any program. They allow you to store, retrieve, and manipulate data. They're what make your code dynamic and adaptable. Without them, your programs would be as functional as a broken umbrella in a rainstorm. And nobody wants that. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, variable types. Sounds fancy, right? But it's just a way of telling your computer what kind of data you're storing. Is it an integer? A string of text? A floating point number for your inevitable Bitcoin calculations? Different languages handle this differently, but the concept is universal. And don't worry, we won't dive into the nitty-gritty today. We're just here to get the big picture. Alright, let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty of variables. They're the unsung heroes of code. They don't get the spotlight like algorithms or flashy graphics, but they're the glue that holds everything together. So next time you're coding, give your variables a little nod of appreciation. They deserve it. Before we wrap up, here's a quick tip. Practice. The best way to get comfortable with variables is to use them. Create small programs, play around with different data types, and see what you can build. You'll be surprised how quickly you'll get the hang of it. And remember, we're all learning here. Nobody becomes a variable guru overnight. So there you have it. Variables aren't scary. They're just boxes with labels, ready to help you organize and conquer the coding world. Thanks for tuning in to Coding Content, where we make programming basics bearable and slightly entertaining. Until next time, keep labeling those boxes and keep coding.